Hi everyone, Dylan and I are back for another video here at the Dimas Wine Shop and Tasting Room, and this week is all warm and cozy wines.
Nice.
So perfect for winter nights. Nights have been getting a little colder, and it's all reds this week, which I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first is actually a Chilean Pinot, and I can't say I've ever tried any Chilean Pinots.
Yeah, this is the Terra Pura, and Chile's always struggled with Pinot Noir, and even 4 years ago, it was next to impossible to find a good Chilean Pinot Noir, but they've been coming around, and I certainly have tasted, onesies and twosies that are good. We get this one from Quintessential, I believe that's Aaron, that provides this wine, and I tell you, it is definitely one of the wines that Chile is hitting a home run on. So it's good to see that, and I hope that they get better and better at making Pinot.
And what would you pair this with?
I would go nice and light, but specifically I would probably be thinking salmon.
Salmon?
I mean, I'd go like a heavier fish, but salmon for sure. A grilled salmon or even a baked salmon.
Alrighty, and both of our favorites actually is a Tempranillo Garnacha blend instead of Rioja.
Exactly. So Bardon's the house that makes this wine. They've been making wine for a long time, and I was telling Kristen right before this video that I used to, when I was going to Cal Poly to the hotel school, we had to learn how to pair wines, and I decided to pair wines with fast food, and I've got several pairings that I have written over the years. But for those of you that are Taco Bell eaters, this is actually a pretty ridiculous wine that pairs. I mean, it's a good standalone wine. It just got rated 92 points. If you were to have this wine on its own or with other dishes, it would certainly pair. With some good grilled meats and some high-end foods. But, if you just want to drive home, pick something up quick, and have a glass of wine, this is the one to get, and stop by and pick up some Taco Bell. Not that we're Taco Bell endorsers, but it's just kind of ironic how some pairings work really well.
Yeah, I was telling Dylan I used to do Zin and In-N-Out at times, because it's easy to do fast food sometimes and enjoy some wine.
Exactly.
So, alrighty. So next we have our Malbec, and this is 100% Malbec.
Right. So this comes out of Cahors, which is down in the southwest part of France. The chateau is named Croix de Pie, and like Kristen said, 100% Malbec, which is classic of this region. Almost everything that's red comes out of there. There is some Cab Franc, but by far in Cahors, Malbec is king, and a lot of those wines aren't blended. A lot of them are done as 100% Malbec. And here's just another great example of, I think, some pretty stellar, good quality Malbec. It's got those real nice leathery touches to it that you would expect out of good quality Malbec. So once again, I think they nailed a home run with this one.
So far, I think they're all great in terms of warm and cozy.
Oh, for sure, they definitely fit the description.
And next is our Twisted Paso. You guys will recognize this name for sure. It's our Zinfandel.
Yeah, so the Twisted Paso, that's Dee Dee who provides this for us. A lot of you have met her here at the shop when she's done events here. But Twisted Paso is made by Calcareous, which we've always done a good job of carrying Calcareous wines back from the Heidi days. Heidi was always big into Calcareous and introduced us to a lot of good Calcareous wines. And they're in Paso Robles. They're big on Zinfandel and Syrah, but they're really starting to branch out. You're starting to see some whites, and you're starting to see a good range of reds, including a real high-end Bordeaux style wine that we're carrying here, which if many of you didn't think that Calcareous made a real high-end wine, I encourage you to drink it. It's it's pretty reasonably priced for the quality that it is. It's over the top good. But this is Zinfandel, and it has just a little splash of Petit Verdot in it.
Interesting. Yeah. Really juicy.
Real juicy, yeah. Real juicy, jammy, and just good, easy drinking. warm and cozy wine at night for sure.
I love Zinfandels.
Mhm.
Alrighty, and next is our Stelzner, and this is a Bordeaux style blend. And I think we were saying it's primarily Merlot, a little
Primarily
Cab,
Merlot.
and a little Petit Bordeaux.
For sure. And for those of you, I mean, we've talked about Bob Pepe on this video, you know, 12 times, but Bob Pepe is one of those very prolific Napa winemakers, and you know, not just in Napa, but pretty much throughout the whole California coastline, up and down. You know, you can find a little influence of Bob Pepe almost everywhere you go. Like I said, super prolific and has a lot of great ideas. He's been here since the 60s. Definitely one of the godfathers of California winemaking. So this, like Kristen said, it's primarily Merlot, and it is French oaked and done in, you know, good, pretty nice right bank classic Bordeaux style wine.
Alright, and last but not least,
The Chateau Maris.
this is 100% Syrah, correct?
100% Syrah. This once again comes out of the south of France. This is just right outside of Minervois. Is just outside is where this comes from. This region is known for Syrah. They do a lot of good Syrahs. When we tried this wine, Kristen was saying there's a little funkiness to it, and you know, that's definitely indicative of the region and indicative of south of France, west side, south of France, Syrah winemaking. A lot of those have got Brettanomyces in them. This one might have a little splash of it, but certainly not over the top. For those of you that don't know, that Brettanomyces kind of gives it that barnyardy kind of scent, and there's a little bit of that in this wine. There's definitely some earthiness, some sous-bois going on in here for sure. But wow, what a nice tasting, huh? This certainly fits the bill for warm and cozy nights.
Yeah, and we did have our wine club pickup this last weekend, so if you guys still haven't come in, you're more than welcome to come by this week, and we still have all the wines. I was telling Dylan they were fantastic wines this week, so great job to Heidi for picking those wines.
Yeah, when I was here yesterday, and I couldn't believe I went through the tasting and I couldn't believe just really how delicious it was and how well integrated it was. So anyway, happy holidays from all of us here.
Yes, happy holidays.
And we will see you this week. Cheers.
Cheers.